Are you tired of feeling undervalued and underpaid? If so, it's time to take control of your salary negotiation. In this video, I'm revealing the top mistakes to avoid to get the compensation that you deserve. If you're new here, my name is Akash and I'm a technology executive. Over the 20 plus years of my experience, I have hired hundreds of people and have been on both sides of the salary negotiation. Negotiating your salary is extremely important because the salary you agree to will determine your future earning potential, and it's difficult to make up for lost income if you start at a lower salary. Let's jump right in. Mistake number 1, not negotiating your salary at all. This is a very common mistake. Most people feel uncomfortable negotiating their salary, so they just end up accepting what has been offered to them. You need to realize that salary negotiation is a skill and you get better at it the more you practice. The biggest fear that people have is what will their potential employers think about them if they negotiate their salary. Your manager is likely to think of you in a more positive light because you have a clear understanding of your skill set, the value you bring to the table, and you can put your point across in a very convincing manner. And then you're not afraid to advocate for yourself. It also sets up the tone of your relationship with your employer and can help you set up a sense of respect and trust from the start. So start negotiating instead of waiting for people to recognize your genius and potential. Mistake number 2 is not having a plan. The recruiting team that you're working with has likely hired hundreds of people. In my case, I have hired hundreds of people and have a lot of experience negotiating salary. So when you walk in to negotiate, you better have a plan. Here are some immediate actions that you can take. Pull salary data for your role from Glassdoor.com and Levels.fyi to get a better understanding of what others' compensation for a similar role looks like. Gain a complete picture of your strengths and areas of development by talking to your colleagues, manager, and your mentors. This will help you gain a better overall perspective of what you bring to the table. Next, understand how your strengths can be applied to the role in the company to make for a more compelling case. And if you can communicate that effectively to the company, you significantly increase the chances of getting what you want from salary negotiations. Mistake number 3, taking advice from random people, myself not included. There are people who are going to be telling you you are lucky to just have a job. Well, you at least have an offer. The economy is good. The economy is bad. Regardless of what the economy is doing, they're going to have the same answer. So avoid taking advice from people who tell you not to negotiate the salary. They just want to keep you from doing something different and doing something that makes them uncomfortable. Instead, take advice from your friends who are excelling at their careers. Send them a text asking if they have ever negotiated a salary. You will be surprised to see that most of the successful ones do. When you hear other people talking about their successful negotiation stories, this will give you the confidence to go ahead and approach your negotiations in a more positive manner. You can also use your trusted friends or advisors as a sounding board as you go through the entire negotiation process with your potential employer. Mistake number 4, negotiating only your base salary. You should understand that there are multiple components to your total compensation. So do not restrict yourself to just negotiating the base salary. You can negotiate joining bonuses, stocks, vacation days, flexible working arrangements, target bonus percentages, etc. Remember, what may seem harder to get from your perspective might be very easy for the company to give. So ask your recruiter for all of the parts of the total compensation to see what are all the areas that you can end up negotiating on. Mistake number 5, not walking away. Not all deals are good deals. Sometimes we may be at an impasse and you may feel pressured to accept an offer which is lower than what is acceptable to you just because you have spent all this time and energy negotiating the offer. You feel obliged to accept it. You don't have to feel pressured into accepting an offer which is lower than what is acceptable to you. The company is not obliged to make an offer to you in the same way you are not obliged to accept an offer from a company. Mistake number 6, letting emotions take over. Negotiating your salary can be a highly emotionally charged situation. But emotions are inherently unreliable. Instead, we should be relying on logic. We do not want to be reacting to any situation. Instead, we want to be responding to the situation and putting our best foot forward. So, whenever you're given the initial offer, never react to it. Take a day to think about it and commit to getting back to the recruiter the first thing next day. If the answer after thinking about it for a day is a resounding yes or no, great. Go ahead and let the recruiter know of your decision immediately. If the answer is a maybe, you want to go back with a bunch of options. This is where all of the research that you have done prior comes in. Knowing the salary ranges, what you bring to the table, and what are the different components of the total compensation for the company. You should create and share 3 different offers back with the company. All of these offers should be immediately acceptable to you, but they should be meaningfully different. You can use any combination of base salary, bonuses, vacation time. Use your creativity. This is your chance to give the offer back to the company. Given that the company has also invested a lot of time and effort in interviewing you, they will likely end up choosing one of those offers which is the most amenable to them. If they really want to go above and beyond and hire you, sometimes they may take different parts of different offers and come back with one which is a combination of multiple of these offers. If the company rejects all your offers, then walk away. But if the company accepts one of your offers, then you should immediately accept the offer. Mistake number 7, not negotiating in good faith. Always, and I mean always, negotiate in good faith. You should not be negotiating salaries with a company that you have no intentions of joining. The moment you know you are not interested in joining the company, please stop all negotiations and let them know. Do not use an offer from this company as a leverage to go get a better offer from a different company. It's a small world after all, and you do not want to be burning bridges. Negotiating an offer is a great problem to have, but a bigger problem is getting noticed by a recruiter who on average spend 7 seconds on your profile. This video can show you how you can stand out in their eye. Thank you for watching. Until next time, this is Akash Mandhar signing off.